Surprise!
Buddy. It was a surprise to me too. So there you go. We're all surprised this morning.
Good morning, everybody. Happy Tuesday.
Yes. Jess isn't feeling well this morning, so she had sent a bat signal out for some help this morning. So here we are.
I'm Batman.
Yeah, how about that? You got a cape now. Papa Shrimp has a cape. I guess you could have that big old bee and be like Big Papa. Oh Lord, don't take much to entertain us, does it?
Nope, not
Oh
this early
my.
in the morning.
No, how's the weather where you're at?
Um, this morning it is sunny and clear, but last night it was horrible. I mean, that storm that came through was vicious, and some areas got tornadoes around here, from what I heard, and hail. And Jess even called me at about, I think it was around 8:30, and she called me and was like, "Are you okay?" And I was like, "Yeah, are you?" And she was like, "I don't know, there's tornadoes coming, so I've got to batten down." Okay, but it passed really fast, and looks like it's going to be clear today. How
Well,
about you?
it's pretty here too. It was a tad chilly this morning, but it's not like super cold anymore, so that's good news. My husband did take my car to the gas pump for me this morning. So he's probably recovering from some heart pressure.
Right.
Fill that thing up. It only needed like 9 gallons. It was $50, whatever. It's ridiculous. Just don't go if you don't have to. Is all I can tell you.
Well, we got quite a few people in here.
It's not going to get any better right any sooner. And we're going to have a special, what we'll call him, a correspondent come in later. How about that?
There you go.
You want to say hi, or you would like for me to do it?
You do it. You do such a good job.
Okay. All right. Well, it looks like the first one in this morning was the blind fish keeper. Good morning, Brandon. And he says, "Good morning, all. I hope everyone is having a lovely day so far." It does appear to be so. Good morning, Patrick Hardy. Crypt Keeper Aquatics. What's up, fishy folks? I've seen Crypt Keeper around a lot lately, learning some good stuff from everybody and sharing some stuff. And we have Scott's Aquatics. Good morning, Scotty. Mystery Snail Guardian. She snailed it.
Nailed it.
And Jennifer Weaver. Good morning. That was a pretty good stream last night on Lefties to discuss the Keystone Clash. And I see Papa Shrimp's been in here lurking about. And Mike's Aquatics and Things. Good morning. I believe you get your snakes today, do you not? And good morning, Miss Susan from SLC Aquatics. Dennis Christensen, hello.
Hello.
The sun is shining, he says. And there's Brookie Bell. Good morning. I'm looking while doing water changes in the dark because the power went out. Whoa.
Yeah.
That sucks, especially right in the middle of water changes. I see, well, I grew up when the power went out, we didn't have water because we had to have a pump on our well. So when the power went out, when you were going to have hurricanes and all, you gathered up 5-gallon buckets of water because there was no way to flush the toilet.
Yep.
So we had to gather water. So it's nice. That's the one good thing about being on a system is it might be cold water, but you have water. And good morning, Gina's Reef. Good morning, Ben Backstrom. And John, My Fish Tanks Aquatics. Good morning. Joseph Stanley. Oh, it's not a lurking and working. He's hey, good morning. What you doing, JoJo? Better get your butt to work. Jetta P, good morning to you, lady. Canister Valley Cichlids. Yep, Dee Guns and Papa Shrimp.
Wow, you skip down. Did you say hi to Brooklyn?
Yes, she's the one doing water changes. But Joseph says,
Oh, yeah.
Jess, you're looking very old and tired. Oh, that's Papa. She might need a shave too. Oh, Lord. And Jay Oliver's Guppies, good morning. And Mike 389, good morning to you. And there's Too Cooley for Schoolie. Good morning. And 3G. Everybody's got to say his name like that. For some reason, you just kind of have to. Can't help yourself. And where did that start? Degenerate, maybe? 3G?
Probably.
I miss not seeing him on the streams every day. And Miss Glory, Monster Fish Gal.
Dun, dun, dun.
How are you doing there, lady? You see, today might be a special day.
Happy birthday to you. It's your day, don't throw it away. I've come to celebrate in a big way. Another year, so come on and cheer. It's the birthday last frontier. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. We're having a good time, making me feel fine. I wish the day would never come to an end. So come on and party, and one day you will see that it's your birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
That piglet is hilarious.
Yes. I was surprised. I was like, oh my gosh, I clicked this button. What if I don't come back out of it? We'll be singing happy birthday for 2 hours. But anyways, it's a special day for her, and I hope her birthday is just fabulous.
Happy
And
birthday.
she's one of the hardest working ladies in the business. Not the only hard working one, but one of the hardest workers. So happy birthday to you. And new local Austin, good morning.
What's up, brother?
And he's giving us way too much credit. He says that we have sweet souls.
I do.
Well, I don't know. The jury's out on mine.
As my halo appears and crumbles.
Let's see, Brooklyn Bell says she walked broken out to the bus and the wind flipped her umbrella inside out. So I got to it, came inside to do water changes, power went out. Yeah, some days you have to breathe in and breathe out.
Yes.
So she has a very fancy umbrella because it's a POS umbrella. And now it is a ripped up umbrella.
It's a water catcher now.
Yeah. Use it as a yard decoration.
Collect rainwater.
So his snakes have been delayed for a couple of days. I thought that's what windmill and our outhouses were for. Well, actually, one set of my grandparents still had an outhouse when I was little. It was creepy too. I remember I was like 8 years old when they got an indoor bathroom. It was the schnizzle.
And my grandparents' property, it was big farmland. So, yeah, it was windmills and outhouses and water wells and sticky water.
Yeah, absolutely. I remember having the hand pump at the church. We'd go out there and get our little cup of water. We have to pump that thing, or if we were out riding our bikes. We'd stop in there during the week, and get us some water. It was good water, too. It was probably straight near the outhouse, too. See, Jenna said the storm wasn't too bad at their house. Windy and stormy in the middle of the night, but our power stayed on. And That's always a wonderful thing. Quick Peeper's working on a project. Working on a crossbreed of 3 10-gallon tanks.
Ooh. Black King Kong or Royal Blue Tigers? I think you're probably going to have the most fun with the Royal Blue Tigers, because that's really where you're going to see some that are really dark blue, some are kind of light blue, and some that come out blonde. And so that's where you'll definitely be able to selectively breed them and separate them. And then if you get a tank full of blondes, you can use those for some orange eye breeding crosses that you never know what you come up with when you start throwing those in other tanks. But I'd go with the Royal Blue Tigers. Of course, blue's my favorite. So
it seems to be mine too overall. Even though you can see like the red ones in the tanks easier, but
yeah,
I am gravitating to the blues.
The blues have always been, it's my favorite color anyway. So to see shrimp or fish with blue patterns on them, I just fall in love. And then the red shrimp are my favorite because, like you said, the colors stand out. And I'm not so sure about black ones yet. I mean, I like them. They have beautiful colors, black and white, but I don't know. It's not as appealing to me as the red ones.
Let's see. I sent this link to our special correspondent, and they said that they're there, but did I send them the wrong link maybe?
Did you send them the link to watch it versus the
no, the link to
link?
I think I did. Let me resend.
Have I ever crossed the BKK with Royal Blues? Huh. No, but that's probably, now that's a good idea. I'm interested too to see what it would come out like. I don't know if you would get the Shadow Panda because of the blue genes from the Blue Tigers, but I don't think you would. I think the BKK gene would probably be more dominant. I don't know. That's interesting. I'd love to see.
Papa, how do I put the link in the chat?
You just link. You could put a link in the chat, just whatever it is. Copy and paste it.
Okay, so I just try it.
I don't have the invite button since I'm just a.
This invite button is way over my head. Let me try this. This is for our special correspondent. Let's see if that works. And well, I could get back to the hellos. How about that?
That's the correct link.
Okay. Let's see, I can't remember where I stopped. I think Geek Boy was my next person. Good morning, Geek Boy.
Can blackbeard algae grow inside of a canister filter? I really don't know the answer but I believe not. Just because
Does it have to have light?
Yeah, there is no light.
Well, now, like for mine, you can see through it.
Oh, it's one of those
like Pimplex Cascade.
Yeah, because I had those too, and I liked it because it was clear and you could see through to the baskets and tell when your water's nasty or not.
Yep. And let me finish real quick. Catfish Nation. Oh, he stopped in to say he loves his wife. Back to work. And that's Miss Lori's husband.
I guess you're trying to go for an Anansi or Fancy Tiger style pattern. That's what I'm thinking.
And good morning, Big Tank Hank. And good morning, Ryan.
Big Hank Tank.
Everybody's wishing Miss Lori happy birthday. And good morning, Master Aquatic's just come here to order. He's saying happy birthday to Miss Lori as well. And there's Big Whistle. And Poetic Song 725. And there's Ricky, RV Animals and Movies. Good morning, Ricky. Good to see you in here, bud. Dennis, Bigfoot Fish Tanks. There you go.
Woohoo!
Welcome. You are a
Good
special
morning,
correspondent.
Thank you. Thank you very much for the invite. Good morning, everyone in chat. Happy birthday, Lori. 29 looks great for you. Good morning, Jerry.
Good morning.
Dee Dee. And today I'm your special correspondent. Oh, what duties do I have?
Let's see. Did you go out and interview 4 people and get 18 pictures?
Okay.
I already did the weather report, so.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Well, no, we've got to have a weather report from the southern end of the eastern
Oh, that's
side.
great.
Yes. Here
Good morning,
it
Miss
is.
Susie Q.
Partly cloudy, windy. I did take down the chime so that JoJo doesn't complain about them and blow his ears up. So it's all good. All here. And we love shrimp. Yes, we love shrimp.
Yeah.
Yes. So
I have a surprise for you later, Papa.
Uh-oh.
Glad you're here today. It worked out really well.
I need to record that as a sample. I might
Yes,
have
you
a
do.
surprise here for you, Papa.
So we're white, brown, and purple today. Cool. And we're wearing glasses. Is going to provide the online dating report. Oh, here we go, Canister.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Okay.
The dating report. Okay. So we haven't heard anything from that person or that other person, but I hope it went well. They had a blind date and they couldn't see each other. So it was interesting. There you go. Oh, shit. No me gusta. Oh, God. Good morning to Dr.
So
Anthony.
they really did have a blind date.
Yeah, they did because they didn't see each other. I don't know.
Wow.
I have no idea what the dating system is out there anymore. All I know is I'm on vacation and that's it. And
There is no dating system. There is none. I mean, I've been trying for 6 years and I don't know how to do it.
All right.
Obviously.
Jerry, you have to get out of your basement.
Oh,
That's the first.
do?
Yeah, you do.
Well,
You can
I thought
take
online
it's not-
dating meant that you could date online and you don't have to go anywhere.
Yeah, that don't mean you can be on YouTube online with us.
That's right.
Oh,
You missed an important step.
Unless someone is actually interested in you and they send you private chats.
well, see, that's the problem. Nobody is interested in me, so I don't get any private chats. So then I just, okay, I'll go to a different site.
No. Hopefully we got subscribers only so we don't get any of those sites in here, right? We're protected.
Right?
Great.
It's a whole new world out there.
Yeah, it is. It's a completely different world out there. I mean, we get some tidbits from Shanna sometimes. That's about it.
Yeah, but it's nightmares what I hear from her, and it's like, well, no.
Well,
what?
don't use that as the best advice. That's not the best advice.
Like I said, tidbits, not to take advice of them. You know,
It makes for
Actually-
great stories, though.
yes, it is. You know, it's interesting. I thought of a cool thing that you could probably do. I don't know if you are able to do it, Dee Dee, but do a poll. How many single ladies are in the house and how many single men are in the house? Hey, you could do
I
that.
do not know how to do that. In fact,
You
I
don't know how
think
to
I
do
didn't
polls?
do something
But
I'm
that-
supposed to be doing.
But that would be
There
cool
you go.
to
Look at
learn.
there. Bam.
It would be
There you go. Woohoo!
partly
Isn't
I
that a
don't
movie?
know how to do it.
There you go. Well, you could just say in the chat, I think Ed did this the other day.
He did.
He's like,
Thumbs?
yeah, I think it's like yes and nay, you know, with the toe or the thumb. I think it was something about someone had to,
Yeah, if
have-
you lost your thumb, would you have a big
yeah,
toe
they removed
to
their
replace
toes. And you
it?
can put it in chat. It's like, okay, give us I have a pen and, oh, you taught me to do this. I'm right here, but I got a notebook and a pen. So I
That's
can
right.
take,
You have all this stuff
gotta
ready.
have that.
Ready.
Brian.
so I
Brian
guess,
says if you're 50 plus, you don't have good advice.
right. You can take the poll right there on chat. I mean, we have what? How many people in chat do we have today? I can't tell. Let me see. Let me go over
I
here.
can't tell from the StreamYard side.
There's
35?
35 watching now.
All right. So 35 is a good number. All right. Single ladies first. How many of the ladies in chat are single? Just say yay. And then I'll
If
take
you're
it down.
brave enough to admit it.
Right?
Some people may not want to let people know.
I don't think there's that many single ladies out there.
I don't think so either.
I know.
I've been
Carrie,
looking.
good morning.
Speaking of single
Carrie's
ladies,
married.
let me say good morning to Adele, collaboration of Curiosities, and also Dr. Anthony's in the house. And I know he's not a single lady.
Oh, Brian. Good morning, Brian.
I mean, single men can also say I'm single. Let's see. But for Jerry, I think Jerry likes women. So we'll go with that.
Good
Yay.
assumption there. Let's stick with it.
Too Cooley for Schoolie is single. All
See,
right.
and
Too Cooley.
Ricky says he can't find the right one.
Bewizzle, Brian, Dr. No, I know Brooklyn's married. Lori's married. Dee Dee's married. Canastillo is married.
Morning, Brian.
Mike's Aquatic and things. He just said Brian or Brain. I'm not sure. Local Austin, good morning. Not a single lady, but I play one on TV. Good one, good one. So Wizzle's the only single person out there, and two for Schoolie. Schoolie for Schoolie. That's about it.
Wow.
Well, it would appear that the ladies are being, snatched out of there.
Yep.
See, it used to be there was
Yeah,
plenty of fish
aquatics
in the sea, but there's not as many fish anymore.
So I guess, Jerry, fish tubing is not for you. Unless, of course, you go, I'm not sure. Is Too Schoolie for Schoolie in Australia or Canada? I'm not sure.
Look, Whizzle's out there. He's running the streets.
Jennifer's married. Thank you, Jennifer. Welcome.
See?
Can't wait to meet Jennifer Weaver. I call her Weaving Jenny.
Weaving Jenny.
And there's
Weaving
Adele.
Jenny.
She's waiting to get snatched up.
Yo, single. Oh, Mississippi hippie.
Hi, Sherry.
Sherry. Oh, that's two. Sherry is single. There you go. And she's a fish keeper too. Woohoo! Okay.
See, Mike Aquatics says he's married to his cats and snakes.
Who?
Mike's Aquatics.
See, here's the weird thing is that I know if I would have still been married or with my wife, I wouldn't have the aquarium I have now.
There you go.
It was kind of a good thing because I expanded my aquarium hobby and number of tanks greatly when she was gone and have been doing so ever since. And when I talk to her now, she looks at my aquarium. She's just like, and I go, yes, thank God that you're not around to do that to me every day.
Wow.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep. Adele hasn't said if she was single or not. I know she's in Australia.
I tried plenty of fish, Joseph. It doesn't work. None of them work. At least I'm probably doing it wrong. I don't know how to do it and whatever, but it's stupid.
Jerry, you need to look at chat. People are winking at you. You never know.
Oh.
Yeah, you've been out of it for a while. You got to catch that real quick. Okay.
Yeah, I have been. I don't even know what lines to say. I never used to have to do anything. I mean, last time I was dating was in 1996, and then I got married after that, shortly after. So I don't know how it works these days. And the women, I'm sorry, ladies, but the women are crazy that I run into in places that they scare me. It's like, no, see you later. I don't have a name. I don't have a phone number. See ya.
Yep. We know Jenna's married. Good morning, Jenna. Oh, I'm sorry, Adele. Let me read what she said. I said I was single like 3 times, Eduardo. Check your prescription. Laughing out loud. There you go, Jerry.
See, Adele's waiting for somebody to snatch her up. See? Now, see,
No, I
I'm in
didn't
a
want to go
town.
across the river, Patrick. No way. No way across the river. I'm Hispanic,
Fishy
but I will not
dreams.
be with a Hispanic woman ever again. They cray cray.
Okay. Fishy dreams. Good morning.
Oh, so
Scott is single. Let me write that one
I'm
down.
probably the
Scott's
crazy
single.
one.
Fishy dreams. Are we single or married? We're taking a poll.
I know the answer to that one, but I will let him answer.
We don't know. Oh, good morning, Danikins. Yeah,
Everybody's a little kooky.
Good morning. Good morning, Bex. We know she's married.
Yes, I'd love to bring a female into the hobby, or get one that's already in the hobby and expose her.
Fishy
Bring her
Dreams
to the
is
fish
single. She's single. Fishy Dreams is single. There's 3 and 3. There we go. Crip, male, single, not looking to mingle. Sorry, I wasn't looking. We're not looking. I'm not the one looking. We're looking for someone for Jerry. We're looking for someone for Jerry. That's
there you have it. See how easy it is?
It is. That, you know,
you just have to put yourself out there.
Jerry,
I agree,
go into
Nicole.
every stream and say, "Hey, looking for a single lady who loves fish or aquariums or
shrimp.
Yeah,
I love shrimp.
Well, they gotta be shrimp.
shrimp.
I gotta love shrimp. There you go.
They're going to see. Dale has a good suggestion.
Date night for these single peeps. Yeah, but from the looks of it, you'll have 6 people only. 7.
No, actually,
No,
this has been a topic for a couple of different streams for a while now, and I've even talked to Jess about it. That, you know, people have brought up that we need to do like a fish tube singles kind of thing. You know, it'd be fun, but I mean, I guess that's the only enjoyment to get out of quote unquote dating and meeting people. You know, because it doesn't work out there in the real world. I'm sorry, I don't know how to do it, and everybody's still so scared of COVID. So, you know, how do you meet somebody social distancing? Hey, how you doing way over there? It's good to see you.
Yeah, it's different.
Good morning, Annette. Single or I know you have a child, but I don't know if you're single or married. So figure that one out.
See,
the poll is
says it's
single
not
or
that
married.
simple, Jerry.
Right?
I think that's good. But anyways, there you go. We'll have to
Dennis
work on
is
this
back.
profile.
Good morning, Dennis.
That's a fun conversation. Got me blushing already.
Yep.
How about it? There's nothing like everybody knowing your business.
Right? I love you all.
Well, it's not about getting. I mean, we're not talking about the details. We're just talking about something that's superficial. Dating is not easy, and the fact that we have jobs, we have children, we have grown-up children with children, we have we live complicated lives in a simple shrimpy kind of world, you know. And I guess because we look at our partners and we're saying to ourselves, how are they dealing with all our aquariums? I mean, Dee Dee, you have so many aquariums. Jerry, you have, I don't know how many aquariums, you know, full of shrimp and fish and plants, you know, and same thing here. And getting out, I mean, sure, we work, we can go out there, we go food shopping, and those that are looking might find something, get bumped in by a cart or something like that, which happens often. You know, it does actually. We know Geek is married. I'm waiting on Adele, not Adele. I'm sorry, Annette. All these A's, Dee Dee. What are we doing? What Jerry's age range he's looking for? I don't think he cares. As long as they're breathing and have a heartbeat.
It's almost getting to that point. Almost.
Right? Good morning, Shell. She's in England or in the UK. Shell, we're asking single or married?
There is something to consider.
Don't find a fish fam, girl. That's how LRB happens. You'll have more tanks than you can count.
Oink Master Supreme Forever. Good morning. Good morning. We are asking the question today. Shell is married. Okay, she's gone out of that list.
See,
Oink
Brooklyn,
Master,
I do know
single or married?
Southerners know everybody's business. That's just how it is. That's what you talk about over the fence in the backyard. Or when you're getting in your car and your neighbor's getting in the yard.
Good morning, Oink Master. I think Oink Master's in New York, if I'm not mistaken.
You see?
Singly married.
21 dogs, 12 cats, and a lot of other animals.
Great. Just tuning into the morning show for the first time, and we're talking about my dating issues.
And sorry
Good
about
morning,
that, but the real story of the show.
No, but
is
I like
sick.
what Eduardo says, because it makes sense when it comes into dating. If you're a fish keeper in the hobby, it's kind of like if somebody like a cat lady or a very heavily dog person, and you kind of got to take that part of their life. You got to accept that too. So, I mean, I found myself when I see dog lovers that say you must love dogs, swipe left. Nope, because not because I don't love dogs, but because it's going to be hard to mesh that side of their hobby plus my side of my hobby and make it a cohesive relationship. I would think. I don't know, but it's weird how our hobbies play into our relationship, criteria.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Oink Master is divorced. Sorry about that experience. Hippie John, I know you have like 13 or 14 children, but are you single or married? That is the question.
I think he's
Oink
single.
Master is available. Put that down.
And it's
She's
probably
looking.
the fact that he has 13 or 14 children, the reason why he might be single.
We don't really know. He may. I think he has a girlfriend. I'm not sure.
I don't know.
Tells me I'm
Yeah,
not allowed
plus-
to say.
That's
Good.
part of my opening line is, "Hi, I'm a grandfather of 4." That's something that, and I didn't realize there was an issue with age. I never considered age being a barrier, but because my wife was 9 years younger than me. So when I'm on these online sites and I'm trying to find out, I'm like, oh yeah, I'm interested. And they're like, you're too old for me. And I'm like, but you're 45.
Well, skip the grandfather part. Everybody knows at this age you probably are one. So you don't have to tell them.
Well, I think
you're
what's
a
funny about
drummer,
this-
you're this, you like that, this, and forget about all those kind of different. You meet somebody, if you don't like each other, then you don't have to worry about going any further. If you have a
Hippie John is
spark,
single.
then you start sharing a little bit more.
Didi, the interesting part about what Jerry was also saying, we have to split our lives with our hobby, and that has to, being a pet owner or a pet lover, and we have to share that with someone else. And let's say that person's allergic to cats or allergic, I've never done that, or how do we accept them into our lives when they don't accept something of our lives into theirs? So there's already a barrier there. But interestingly enough, you were talking about age. The only thing that I have a problem with age is if they're under a certain age. If there's to me, if they're underage, it's a no. That's not even considered. But considering all the problems that men and women have with dating younger men or women, but to me, my wife was 5 years older than me, and I felt like I was 20 years older than her.
Yes,
my life experience
absolutely.
compared to her sheltered life, it was very, very different.
Right.
And so in that sense, it was like, it lasted 85, and I divorced in 2004. So, stuff like that is like it. And that was my first and only marriage. I did not want to do it again. Did not want to do it again. Not married anyway. Did not want to get married. But I guess that's part of a choice that we make. I don't know how. I'm not a woman, so I'm not. I feel that women have a tendency of, they feel like they have to belong in a marriage, where I don't think that's. My mom, I think that was her problem, and I think maybe because I left early on when I was 15 years old, I moved out of my home, on my mom's home, unlike many 30, 40-year-olds that still live at home in the basement in today's society. And I think that independence, I rather share independence with someone than having to have a fully committed thing that it's just not going to work out because we have differences. And yet, when you're in a relationship, you have to work. A relationship is work, work, work. It's
Yeah.
more than a job. You know, where's your happiness?
Well,
Where's
and
your
the thing is, you have to see a person through all the seasons to really know that person.
Oh yes,
Because in
very
the
much.
springtime, everybody's happy, lively. Oh, it's everything's blossoming. And then when winter comes, you might see a completely different side. Because a lot of people have the sad syndrome. That was it, sunlight. You don't get enough sunlight. And
Right,
so
the lack of
their personality might change a whole lot different from what you first met them. So if you do find somebody, don't rush into anything. Give yourself
no,
a
take your
time
time. And I think that
get to know them.
one of the best advice that someone gave me very, very long time ago is stop looking.
That's true.
When you're ready, it's gonna come. I think it's gonna arrive, and you're gonna be ready for it. It's not gonna be like, oh, it happened. No, you're gonna be ready for it. And I think I always say that when I don't know when I used to go out drinking, dinner, dating, and stuff like that, I sensed a sense. I got a sense of desperation from the person. I'm like, nope. If they're laid back and enjoying and talking about what they were going through, their work, their children, or their family relationships. And they always say, a good man when you see one, when you notice the relationship with their mother. And I had a horrible relationship with my mother. So I was like, you know what? That doesn't make any sense. I love my mom. Don't get me wrong. It has nothing to do with loving someone, but mom was a tyrant, a really control freak tyrant. And like Beck says, 50%. Whoever said marriage is 50-50 lied. It's 110 and 110. You're 100% correct. It is always giving and taking and receiving and offering and having that empathy and having that understanding. Like you just said, Dee Dee, we go through spring, then we hit summer, everything's really great. All of a sudden, it starts getting a little dark there in the fall and gets even darker in the winter. But through the years or through the weather, that relationships mature. You start to understand the ticks, the good, the bad, and the ugly. And when you love someone, as long as they're not being harmful and not being dangerous to the relationship, and they go through struggles. Raise your hand if you've never been in any kind of relationship struggle, where if it's financial or it's uncomfortable or even jealousy or we that keep a hobby, an expensive hobby at that, we have a tendency of having, how many hours do we spend in our hobby, not including YouTube, but we're just working with our tanks, working with our animals, our pets, and that takes away from other, they may have a job, and while they're at work, you're at work, and then you come home and water change day, there goes a couple of hours right there.
I think a lot of it changes though, because when you meet somebody in your 20s, let's say, and you go through all that building a relationship, being best friends and blah blah blah, you have certain expectations for your relationship in the future, and you make plans according to those expectations of where you're going to be, what you're going to do together, blah blah blah. Well, then you go through a divorce or whatever that breaks that relationship, and you find yourself 50 years old with grandkids, and you're trying to date somebody, and you start thinking about all of those things that are the expectations of a relationship. Well, I kind of had to throw everything that I learned in my marriage out the window. Gone.
Yep.
Because my expectations now of a relationship, of what I expect my other half to be in that relationship, is totally different. I don't have the same, oh, well, you're focusing all your time on your hobby over there instead of me. So that must mean you don't love me. Well, I'm not 20 years old anymore. I don't think that way.
Yep.
So I think a lot of it changes, and that's where I'm hoping to find somebody that's the same maturity level, that has been through enough things in life, that hasn't given up on it, but still understands that we got to change our expectations of how we're going to live together for the rest of our lives. Happily.
Correct. Yeah, happily. I think the joy comes from, and I believe this wholeheartedly, if you are happy in your life right now, at this moment, whoever taps into that happiness with you, that's the person. Where when you're still struggling, I mean, in our 20s, I mean, I got married when I was 21. I had no idea what the heck I was getting into, you know? And it didn't last, because as we know, women are more advanced than men in a younger age. And even though I was 21, I was the one that was more advanced. I was the one that was setting the what we should do. I was the one that worked 24/7, and you know, she wanted to be the housewife at home and do nothing. I'm like, no, this is not the world I want. But you, like you said, Dee Dee, after a period of time, you start noticing that the level of compromise was not reached. You know, it's like after a while, it's sort of like I'm 21, but I'm her sugar daddy. I'm like, that's not the way. That's not a marriage. That's not a marriage.
Well,
But
I always
in
learned compromise. Compromise was a situation where she wants a dog, I don't want a dog, so we compromise and get a dog. But how come it didn't work the other way, to where I want fish, she doesn't want fish, so we compromise and get fish? You know, it was never that way. So,
yeah. Well,
but I
you know,
think now, at my age now, if I was in that situation, that it kind of goes out of the way, because if you love each other, you're going to find a way to meld the two totally independent and unique lifestyles, and you'll find a way to bring them into one.
We're looking at plenty of fish, Fishy Mom.
Yeah.
But anyways, just remember, it's on your profile. If you're not going to carry your grandkids to the date, they don't need to be in your profile. Okay? Now, if you've got to carry them with you to go on the date, then you might want to add them. Like, we'll need a table for 6, as I'm bringing 4 kids. But
I'm not worried about it. It'll happen.
All right. So who got some new fish recently?
Who got? Say again. I didn't.
Who got new fish recently?
I did.
All right.
I got new fishies.
Do you have new babies too?
I have about 14 baby vampire swordtails. I did pick up a few banjo catfish, real small. They're real small. They're in this tank here, and a couple of cories. Actually, not a couple, about 6, and other swordtails, high fin swordtails. I just went all high on swordtails this weekend, and they're doing really great. They're in their little quarantine tank, and I have the vampire swords and the breeder, the babies. I pulled her out. She had them, then put her back in the tank with her husband. So they're doing really well. That's it. For some reason I got hooked on wanting to do libraries for now.
I saw them in the bag, I believe.
Yes.
Somebody's
sort of, kind of.
stream.
Yeah, it was I think in John and Bewizzle's stream,
Yeah.
but it was I was showing the bag too low, so you only saw a little bit. It wasn't that great. Good morning, Skipper. Skipper's in the house. Great.
Skipper. I see Canister got him some Synodonus angelicus.
Who got that?
David Canister Valley Cichlids.
Jonathan Dillis arrived from Mike Doughty. Ooh,
And
nice.
Cooper's got some purple mystery snails in transit. I have some CPDs in transit, as a matter of fact. The ones that I got from the Cutter Guppies auction.
Oh, yeah.
I
have a couple of things in transit. I have a couple of things in transit from last week's interview with Cats. I put a little order in for snail food and some snails. The little collectible, you get 5 different ones.
Oh, okay.
To me. Yep.
Cool.
And give me 3 seconds. I'll be right back. I forgot something.
Uh-oh.
I like
So, good
hearing,
morning, Vinosky.
I like hearing how people are setting up tanks and doing new stuff or resetting tanks. That's always fun.
And Geek Boy's getting the Egbert and some CPD. Did you get Sheldon too, Geek Boy? Do you know who Egbert and Sheldon are? Papa, do you know who Egbert and Sheldon are?
I'm getting
They're the most famous fish of the year. We watched them for 2 or 3 days before they finally hatched.
And some CPDs. Egbert. No.
Yeah, they're Foxy Fish. She put her microscope on some eggs, and we watched these little fish hatch out. After a couple of days of waiting for them, and they hatched out. And Geek Boy actually won the time frame that he thought they would hatch out, and then he ended up winning them again on the auction because I don't think anybody was going to outbid him. I tried, but I saw Geek Boy was serious, so I had to back off.
And I got my mug.
Oh,
nice.
Now, is that the one with the snake on it?
No, this is an old one that I got from the Aquatic Morning Show. I got it yesterday. Surprise, surprise. Okay. So I was like, I got to get it. I got to bring it up. I was going to save it for tomorrow for the membership stream, but I was like, hey, I'll do it now. That's why I said I forgot something.
I've got that same cup. That courtesy of John McKenzie.
Yep.
He won it and let me have it.
Aw.
Yeah, it was sweet. Because, it was a 300 sub milestone for Mike. And it was good to get it. Now I got to do a return favor for John.
Good morning, Vinosky.
We don't see him as much as we used to.
Which one?
John McKenzie.
Oh,
now that people have gone back to work, you don't see as many people. We see the same faces all day long, every single day.
And that's a good thing because we become friends even closer.
Yes, but you miss them. You miss them.
You do.
Because it's like, gosh, I didn't talk to so-and-so in 2 weeks. Yes, absolutely. It was and you always said hi in every stream, like you just didn't say hi.
Are you still going to have to be leaving here in a few minutes?
In about 25 minutes.
Do you want to do the fishery early or do our sponsorship call outs or any of that stuff?
Well, we can go ahead and do the fishery and get that part done. I've never done it, so y'all just have to hang in there with me. But we're going to have Alex's report, and we're going to try to have that report. I'll say that.
She said it should be at the 5:34 mark. Yep.
And talk to you tomorrow. Bye, guys. Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the Secret History Living in Your Aquarium Fishery Edition. So, episode 44, 45, 45. Freshwater aquaculture can cure the world's protein shortage problem? ? All right, so this was an interesting article that I came across, and basically it was analyzing where the world gets its protein sources from, so for food. And freshwater aquaculture dominates the aquaculture production of food, but it's often overlooked by global food policy agendas, research grants, and just studies in general. So this was in the Journal of Nature, and quite a few different people worked on this, including ichthyologists by the last name of Zhang, Ben Belton, Dave Little, Max Troller, just to name a few. But they wanted to argue that recent studies underestimate the production
Did I freeze or did you guys freeze? Yeah, so it looks like I'm all by myself up here now. Oh boy. This is going to be a lot of fun. Is that
That's
you
funny.
laughing in the background, Jerry? It's just
I
you
was
and
like,
I.
why did it get quiet?
Didi
And I came over
froze,
here and
I
you're just
think.
sitting there by yourself.
Well, I'm like, did I freeze or did the stream freeze? Well, I forgot where Alex was, and I have no idea. But Dr. Anthony was saying lies, lies, lies. Okay. No, I'm not in charge. Lord help us. Really? Oh, great. Everybody just loves making that fun. Okay.
It's all up to you, Eduardo.
Good morning. Good morning. Unsupervised. We're supervised, aren't we, Jerry?
Maybe. Yes, Jess is
Good
always
morning.
watching.
Yep. Lunatic Fringe. Good morning. Awesome. And Patrick Hardy. Good morning. I think I missed you earlier.
Yeah, she
so
probably
now
had
that
like
we're in
20
charge,
tabs open.
Jerry, now that we're in charge, we
All
can
right.
probably turn this around and make it thank God he isn't in charge. Oh, is that Skipper saying that? Thank you, Skipper. You're so great. You're so awesome. Watch out for that bus. It's coming straight at you. It's pretty cool. I don't know exactly where Alex left off or what he was talking about, but we can just go skip until Didi comes back instead of being on her own show. Oh, Jesus. We're still good. What did you have, Jerry? You were mentioning about something that we can go down the list.
I was just talking about the sponsorship call outs. You know, don't forget Joe's Shrimp Shack's the big sponsor, and he's doing the 10% off up to 4 hours after the stream. So
right,
make sure you take advantage of that. He's got some awesome stuff. He really does. And the selection he has of foods, woods, you know, supplies, it's pretty incredible. So take advantage of that. And then, of course, the social media lady, she does a wonderful job with all of the graphics and sponsoring this channel and helping Jess out with the videos and stuff. So just keep those in mind. If you need any help, give her a shout and see if she can do some stuff for you. Help your channel out.
And we also have the coffee cup sponsors for the week and the month. I think if I remember correctly, one of our sponsors is Lefty. The other one is Monster Fish Girl. Didi. I don't know if Daniel's still part of it. He won the
Fishy Keeper.
The Fishy Keeper. And obviously, Bex is the end of the month sponsor for this month. So thank you. Those are some of our sponsors. If I'm leaving anyone out, please somebody in chat remind me. Also, really wishing that a list of the sponsors are always mentioned. I think Didi has that in her little "we got to run to the restroom" kind of pouring of the coffee. I miss that. I love that video. It's so good. It's so awesome. She's done so well. And Annette, I believe, was one of the creators behind all of that, which is also. And also Bex is a coffee cup, and Bex is also also the coffee cup sponsor. That's correct, Bex. Working my way back to you. All right, Didi, we're still here trying to hold the fort down. Everybody in chat is just slapping me like I was some sort of fish that just got out of the water.
I'm glad it's you, not me.
I know. What is that? We're both Latinos, and the Puerto Rican's the one that's getting smacked around. I don't care. You know, I mean, what was it? I stopped talking for a minute or something, and all of a sudden, Geek Boy just said, "Oh, great! Now we have silence." Oh, I went to go get the cup, and he types in the chat, "Oh, great! Now we have silence for a minute."
They're giving you a hard time, man. They love you.
Oh, yeah, right. Giving me a hard time. Mm-hmm. You know, I'm just gonna have to do something like go on a stream and just say, And that really included it. See what happens. Thank you, Big Wizzo. You're one of my favorites too, by the way.
Yeah, who did that in the stream where they said the secret to life is, and that's what you need to know.
Exactly. They need the important part. Oh yes. And so, but yeah, I think I think it's I believe Jessie said that she hates
Baboso.
Yeah, that's him. That's Dr. Anthony. He's always baboso. That just means that someone is like constantly talking, and that's fine. He's talking about Chattanooga Ed. No, I'm not. Gaps where there's that empty space. Interestingly enough, as an interviewer, in my history, I've always when I interview someone and someone takes a pause when they're asked a question about something about the future and whatever question might be in the job interview. And I've always enjoyed when the person takes the time to think about their answer. Instead of ask me a question. Oh yeah, I got divorced in 2005. That wasn't the question. It's like, oh, what was the question again? Or let me think about that for a moment. Or the question that I love to always ask is, if, especially in education, get to mute for my morning meeting now. Oh God. Thank you, Geek Boy. We love you too. He just says that on purpose. You know that, right? In an interview, I asked with a colleague, if you have an issue, have you ever had an issue with a colleague and how did that work out? And it's a trick question, because if you have had an issue, you keep it to yourself. And what you do is, I've had a very good relationship with all of my colleagues. I've never had issues. And when something like a point of view is different.
Skipper's coming to save the day.
Oh, he's in charge? Oh, really? He's driving to our stream. That's awesome. He parked, I hope. Nope, he's still driving.
I'm getting ready to park. I got to pick some things up at Petco.
Oh, okay. Anything in particular?
Picking the stands up for the Fish Fam raffle.
Oh, that's right. Yes, that's right. Nice. And do they still have the 50% off?
Yep.
I don't know if that ended, because they had. I was actually at the Petco this weekend, just looking around, and they had the 60 at 50% off in my Petco here in Fort Myers. I think they're like, no, they don't. I think it was Matt saying, no, they don't. I'll say, yeah, they do.
They don't do the 40 breeders, but they do the 60 breeders.
No. In one that I went to, they had the 5, the 10, everything that was Equion, by the way. The 5, right. The 10, the 40, the 55, and the 60, and the 75.
Oh, wow.
They had not sold. When I asked Michelle, the salesperson there, or the rep that was working in the fish area, she was also the cashier. She said they haven't sold. They have, they didn't have the blowout that they expected. And so, boom, there it was. And it was 100, and I believe I made a mistake. The 40 was 149 and the 60 was 189. But when I asked, she scanned it and she goes, this is $169.99. So it's about $85 for it. And I was like, because when she scanned it, they marked it down even more than the price that it had on. And so there was like a $20 difference. It was marked at $189, but when she scanned it, it came out, the 60, it came out at $170, $169.99. Good morning, Brennan, Misfit Reptiles and Aquatics. So what else are you're saying? You're picking up the stands, Skipper?
I may get something for myself, but we're going to take the mid-morning break. That's why I showed up.
Okay. Awesome. There you go.
Let me find it.
Yes, Gino, they did.
Looking like Chuck Norris there in that picture.
Actually, the sun hit him. He looks more ginger than anything. There's Dee Dee. She's back. Shut up.
You made it back.
This is every day. For some reason, my internet goes down every single day this time.
Good, since Dee Dee's back, I can go do what I need to do real quick.
Yep.
Well, you can still hit whatever it is that
Okay,
you
well,
want
we'll
to do
try
in the
to
middle.
we'll try to do this thing. Appreciate you popping in, Skipper.
Yeah, I was
Yes, thank
coming
you
to
very
help
much.
you. I was at the VA today. That's why I wasn't up this morning to give you a hand. But you have the members only song and stuff like that access to it, right?
Yeah. I
All
had
right,
everything pulled up all the way across the board.
All right, I'm gonna drop down, go in here to Petco and stuff. I got a couple other stops to make. Whenever I get home, if you're still on, I'll come back up.
Oh, you could at least do a little live streaming if you want about what you're seeing at the Petco.
No, I don't do that.
Oh, okay. Just making stuff. Well, see if they have the Petco. See if they have the 60-gallon at 189 or 169. Do that for me because PA.
I'll do that, and I'll let you know in chat. And well, I got to go to a bus station too.
Oh, didn't I mention something about a bus?
Yeah, I'm gonna rent one, and it's coming to Florida to run your butt over. Is what's gonna happen?
Oh well, you know it could happen.
Oh,
All
the
right,
There's a few people that need to be run over.
I'll see
Thank
you
you,
later.
Skipper.